President Trump and his son Don Jr. said this week white men have a lot to fear right now.
White men have a lot to fear right now.
I heard the president say on TV that, quote, "It's a very scary time for young men in America when you can be guilty of something that you may not be guilty of."
Say that it's a very scary time for young men in America.
President Trump and his son Don Jr. said this week white men have a lot to fear right now.
Say that it's a very scary time for young men in America when you can be guilty of something that you may not be guilty of.
I heard the president say on TV that, quote, "It's a very scary time for young men in America when you can be guilty of something that you may not be guilty of." I have a joke for that. I just thought it was hilarious. Come on, old rich white dude telling us it's a scary time in America? That is pure comedy. And I will be stealing that line.
Why do you think that is Trump's strategy?
That's always Trump's strategy, to close ranks around a certain kind of racial tribalism, to close ranks around whiteness. When you say "Make America Great Again," that's a dog whistle to white folk. That's not to black people. He's
hold it now.
Given the problems we've got, perhaps we should do what Israel does, and they profile. See if you can hear him say racial profiling, because somebody at CNN heard that, even though it doesn't exist. Here's the soundbite.
You know, in Israel, they profile. They've done an unbelievable job, as good as you can do.
Sure.
But Israel has done an unbelievable job, and they'll profile. They profile. They see somebody that's suspicious, they will profile. They will take that person in. They'll check out.
Okay, so they heard that, and they put this up. Trump defends racial profiling in wake of bombs. There's another full-screen shot that says Trump says racial profiling will stop terror. This is just a couple of days after CNN very handily heard Hillary Clinton refer to the New York and New Jersey bombings, but they trimmed her saying that so that they could attack him for calling it a bomb before he was notified by the authorities. What are they doing over at CNN?
Well, I think it's beyond dispute now that CNN is essentially operating as a Clinton super PAC. Every move they make, almost every move they make when it comes to editing sound bites or chyroning, that's the title at the bottom of the screen, is going to be geared toward assisting Mrs. Clinton. And nothing could have been more obvious yesterday than that effort to add a racial element. And why are they doing that? They're adding the racial element where Trump never brought it up because they know that Trump is starting to make headways in the minority community that can't be happy with what's happening to their economic picture or their safety or their schools. And they know he's making inroads. And so this is why they have to know he's racist. He hates you. He's a terrible person. He's mean-spirited. This is all they have. They can't argue the substance. So CNN it's like a combination of Media Matters, MoveOn.org, and a Hillary super PAC all rolled into one. That's essentially what they're operating as.
I am your voice.